What's up? This is Jesse Vargas with Urban Nest Realty. Today I'm at Viento Estates in Henderson, Nevada. We've got 2 floor plans to take a look at today. Stick around and see these awesome layouts. We're gonna start by looking at the Liberty NextGen model. So just first impressions as you're coming up to the model, I really love the wide driveway, 3-car garage. And then over here we have the second access point to enter the home, which would be on the NextGen suite side. We'll be sure to take a look at that as we're coming out of the NextGen suite at the end. But for now, we're gonna go in through the front door. Loving this entryway, really high vaulted ceilings in the entryway. We've got this nice cutout. It could be a great place to put something where you can have your guests put their shoes. I know a lot of people aren't having shoes on in their homes these days. As you're walking in, this is a really nice wide hallway. So that along with the ceiling height really helps to make it feel open and inviting. Got a really nice coat closet here that stretches underneath the stairs. There's a lot to like so far, but there's also a couple points because I want to keep it honest with you all. One of the things in the living room I'm noticing is there's not a whole lot of light from both the LED lights that they provide as well as just the natural light. Now there's a covered patio outside. Right now we're shooting at basically noon, so there should be a good amount of light by this point. If it was me, I'd make sure if I was building this from scratch, had some more LEDs put in for the living room area just to make sure you have as much light as you want. The design and openness of this downstairs area is really awesome. Pantry here, not a massive pantry, but a nice feature to have nearby. You've got a pretty good sized island here with the offshoots to the dining room area and living room. It's really easy to be able to converse with family members, friends, whoever you have over that you're hanging out with. And then of course the island provides some extra opportunity for seating area as far as a secondary eating space. Found 2 recipes today. Skinny Taste, Fast and Slow by Gina Homolka. Thank you, Gina, for the recipes, appreciate you. Right over this way, we have the entry point from the garage. So if you're coming home, park your garage, this would be the entry point. And then over to the right, we have the NextGen suite as well. We're gonna take a look at that at the back end of this video so we can show exiting from that entrance point of the house. Let's head upstairs and take a look at the loft area. As we're going back to, we have the half bath down here for any guests that are coming to hang out. They would have that access point downstairs to go to the restroom. Here in the loft, it's a really nice landing point from coming upstairs. This is about 18 by 12.5 foot loft. Obviously here they have a couple of couches set up. They've got the TV mounted on the wall. Really nice secondary living space for people to enjoy. The sight lines you have are awesome. When you see the balcony on the primary suite of this particular floor plan, the lots that are along that street are gonna have an amazing line of sight to the Las Vegas Strip. So since we're talking about the strip and the views from the balcony, I think we should head over that way. Right here on the way to the primary suite, we have a really nice sized laundry room, plenty of shelving. You'll notice there's the media center in there where it's essentially a panel. You can put your modem in there. It has all of the cords go throughout the house within the walls. You can easily hook up to Cat 6 and get internet straight to access points like your TV. So here in the primary suite, it's a nice size at about 14 by 15 feet. I will point out that up above in the bedrooms, we have the ceiling lights. They are wired for lights and ceiling fans, which isn't the case with every single builder. So that's a nice plus that they're throwing in included with the home. But over here we have the primary bathroom with a really nice walk-in closet. On the primary suite, I think a really good talking point is that what you see is what you're gonna get. Lennar doesn't do too much to go over the top with what their model homes look like compared to what the home comes with. So these are the same type of countertops you'd be seeing, the same shower tub combo you'd be receiving. There is an upgrade on the flooring as far as the switch to tile. But aside from that, this is exactly what you'd be getting with your brand new Lennar home. Over in the loft, we were talking about the awesome views over to the Las Vegas Strip. If you're building on one of the lots on that street, you'd be backing up towards that view. So this balcony would be looking out towards the Las Vegas Strip. It's a really nice sized balcony, great way to come out and enjoy a morning cup of coffee or an evening glass of wine. You can also tell from up here, these are some really nice sized lots and backyards. Next door, there is a pool on that model home, which we're gonna check out next. So you can tell these lots can fit a pool if that's something you're interested in doing. A couple really great points heading over to the secondary bedrooms is these are all really good sized for secondary bedrooms, I will say. One of them has ensuite bath, which is nice because all of the bedrooms upstairs basically have a bathroom or a sink to get to that's their own. So this first bedroom is 14 by 10. Really nice length as you enter this room. A lot of times you'll see bedrooms in Vegas that are 10 by 10, which tend to be really small, even the 10 by 11. Secondary bathroom is nice with the 2 sinks. So each one of these secondary bedrooms has their own sink to get to. Right over here we have secondary bedroom number 2. So this one is approximately 12.5 by 11. Bedroom number 3 on this side is nice because it has the ensuite bath. And this one's about 14 by 15 feet. You've got the walk-in closet, you've got the bathroom attached. So really good size for a secondary room in this one. Let's go downstairs and take a look at this NextGen suite. This would be the entry from the outside. There's also a closet right here that's actually the in-unit laundry. And then you come in and this is essentially a separate living space. Really great feature to have, whether it's for guests or someone that's living full-time. You have essentially another living space down here with the countertop for any appliances. You want to have the microwaves inset up above in the cabinetry. We have the refrigerator, but they're not allowed to put in a oven and stove because it would be against building code. And then we have full ensuite bedroom here with access to the backyard, which is nice. You'll see the bathroom there on the other side. Coming out to the backyard, you can tell that the depth of the yard space is great. You can put in a pool, there's plenty of width. I would say it might be a little narrow in this section. That's because the covered patio and balcony are built out pretty far, so it might not be as wide of a pool as you'd want for this particular floor plan, but it's definitely possible. It just kind of depends on how big of a pool you were looking for. Right now we're underneath the primary suite balcony, and this is a really nice covered section. Easily set up some chairs, it's a nice area to relax in. Also of note is the gas stub from the house is right here. So if you wanted to build out a barbecue, this would be a great place to do it, have easy access to the gas. Wouldn't have to go trading out propane tanks doing it that way, and you could do something really nice and customized right here. This is the entry and exit point from the NextGen suite. This is the garage behind here, so you park your car, you can come in. It's a bit of privacy when you're entering and exiting the NextGen area. There's also a door that goes from the main part of the house over to the NextGen side. So if you want to have complete privacy, this is really a great way to go. And you have access from the front if you have guests walking up as well. So wrapping up here at the Liberty NextGen, we're gonna head over to the Sage NextGen. And it's important to know that these floor plans are also at other locations around town as well. So for instance, this Liberty NextGen, you can also get this specific floor plan over at Black Mountain Ranch, which is in Black Mountain area of Henderson. There's also this floor plan over at Desert Edge, which is over by Mountain's Edge in the southwest part of town. We're going over to the Sage model next, which they're about to start building those over in the Inspirada Town Center. We did a video of a quick early look ahead at that neighborhood called the Luca. And one point on these, while the floor plans might be the same as far as layout is concerned, some of the sizes of the rooms might be slightly different, so it's important to keep that in mind. I would say that these here in Viento Estates seem to be a bit on the larger side as far as the width and length of the homes themselves, even the lots. So these might be a bit larger than some of the other areas in town. We made it to the Sage model. It's about 300 square feet smaller than the Liberty we were just at. The first thing we need to touch on is just this front space of the Sage model. They have a really nice front courtyard patio area. The Liberty model had a little bit of room in the front to kind of do something similar. This one's much more expansive. Coming in from the entry of this house, it's really just opens up right when you open the door, but it opens up into this area right here. Over to the right, we have the garage entrance. There's also a coat closet. If I was to do one thing, I would try to put maybe some sort of like a dry bar situation here. Countertop, some cabinets, shelving, put up some whiskey bottles, that sort of a thing, wine. We've been trying to come up with what we would do here for the last 5 minutes. So if you have an idea of what you would use this space for, drop it in the comments. I'm not a huge fan personally of just this first entryway, but again, my situation is not the same as everybody else's, so maybe this is one that you like. When you make your way in, very open between the kitchen and the living room. I like that it's open. It's not my favorite layout for a downstairs area, to be honest with you, but it's still very functional. So same thing as in the Liberty model. If it's me, I'm designing this home from scratch, I'd want more LED lights in the living space. The other note I'm having is just the area for the dining room tables, a little on the small side. It's pushed pretty close to the countertop of the island and the exit way for the backyard. Recently we did one where they had like a laundry closet with 2 doors that opened up. At least that way you would have access to all of the shelving. But yeah, this pantry is a little bit on the, not only the small side, but access points are a little rough. Let's check out the NextGen area. On the way, got the half bath for the guests. This would be the door that separates you from the main house over to the NextGen suite. Pretty similar to the last one as far as a full living space, enough room for table. They have it set up for the TV is on this wall. You can maybe do it there. You could do a couch along the back wall, but it really lends itself to setting it up multiple different ways. So same thing, we've got the refrigerator, sink, microwave. Again, not allowed to have oven, stove, but you could get like a stove plate to do some light cooking. For most of it, you would go into the main kitchen. There is an under the stairs storage space. Let me show you that. So here's the access point too. If you were coming in and just wanted to enter the house directly, you have an access point from the garage to this front door. And then you can have guests come specifically just to this area as well. The bathroom, you'll see it's set up outside of the bedroom. And that's so that if you are having guests in the NextGen section that's separate from the house, they have a bathroom that they can utilize as well. And then we have the bedroom here. This one does not have direct access to the backyard, is something that I noticed. It does have a walk-in closet. The laundry is in with that closet, so you have the stacked washer and dryer there. Before we go upstairs, I want to touch on, like how we said, Lennar's really good about not overdoing it on the model homes as far as the upgrades. One thing you'll notice downstairs, same with the last model, the flooring downstairs is a tile, like a wood look tile. Most of the areas would typically be carpet. This would be an upgrade for you. And then in the wet areas such as the kitchen, the bathrooms, the laundry room, those would have some sort of like a laminate flooring. You can always do upgrades and pay additional to change up the flooring, or you could do that after the fact. Carpet on the stairs, that would be pretty traditional with what comes with the home. Let's head upstairs and see how it looks. Really nice open loft, 9-foot ceilings, both downstairs and upstairs on both of these floor plans. They have it set up with a couple of desks. Could even be a work from home remote work situation, and then leads into the primary suite. Nice balcony out here off of the primary bedroom. It's a longer one than the Liberty model. You can see just as you're looking down though, it's not as deep, and that's what allows this one to have a really nice size pool in the backyard. One other important thing to note is the street that we talked about where you'd be backed up to look at the Las Vegas Strip, that street is Horizon Ridge. So it is a pretty busy street, I would say. It's one where you're definitely gonna have cars that are driving by pretty consistently, especially during the daytime or after work 5 to 7 o'clock time range. We can't go into the backyard because of the pool. They're trying to make sure that nobody falls into the pool, but there is some really good space on the side of the yard for this lot. The footprint being about 300 square foot smaller than the last one, I think there's just a little bit more room for the yard. That area up there is Askaya. It's one of the most prestigious and exclusive areas to live in the entire Las Vegas Valley. Some of the biggest celebrities will live up in that area. Lots are over $1 million just for the dirt to build on. So just proximity of where you are, we've got Blue Heron Homes right here. There's a lot of luxury properties right in this area. It's nice to have that for the value of this property, that your neighborhood's bumped up against some of these. So as you're watching this video, guys, if you have questions, maybe something I didn't touch on that you're curious about, definitely drop a comment below, let me know. And also if maybe you're relocating to the Las Vegas or Henderson area, or just have questions in general about purchasing a home in the area or selling a home, definitely shoot me a text, give me a call, 702-580-1071. Be happy to touch on what some specific barriers you may have are and how I can help out. We've got the 2 bedrooms and secondary bath, but first we have a really great laundry room with lots of shelving, plenty of storage space. I actually prefer this laundry room to the Liberties. Let's go take a look at these bedrooms. They're both 11.5 by 11.5, essentially. And then in between the two, you'll have the secondary bathroom. Let's go outside and I'll touch on some of the items with the HOA. The HOA here, it says approximately $107 a month, so they might be finalizing some last minute details with that, but it does include a gated entry to the neighborhood, which is nice to have some of that additional privacy. With these homes, there's actually 3 different elevations, so 3 different styles of exterior for these homes. And then lastly, also a really nice feature that they're including with these is they're set up for car charging. So if you have an electric vehicle, you can be charging your car. It's already set up for you to do that within the garage of the home. Hope you guys enjoyed this tour. If you have questions, like I said, leave me a comment, shoot me a text, give me a call. Again, it's Jesse Vargas with Urban Nest Realty. We'll see you on the next video. Later.